Have you ever wondered what the world's biggest and boldest building projects look like? Welcome to China, where infrastructure dreams become reality on an epic scale never seen before. From cloud-piercing mega-bridges to a high-speed rail network large enough to encircle the planet, this giant nation takes construction to gravity-defying new extremes. In today's jaw-dropping tour, we'll showcase some of China's wildest structure marvels straight out of fantasy and reshaping the world's landscape. Before we begin, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us out as we chronicle these wonders. In today's journey, we'll explore some of China's most audacious projects that seem to defy imagination. These engineering marvels have left the world awestruck, wondering if China was competing with mythical giants. Get ready for a thrilling tour de force through the Middle Kingdom's landscape of the grandeur. Now, on to the projects. First up is China's crowning achievement in bridges, the truly vertigo-inducing the Beipanjiang Bridge. At a head-spinning height of 565 meters, it contemptuously dwarfs other marvels like the Golden Gate Bridge. You could stack two Empire State Buildings on top of each other under it, and still have room for a jumbo jet to cruise through. Connecting the mountains of Yunnan and Guizhou provinces, the Beipanjiang Bridge doesn't just help travelers cross over valleys, it conquers nature itself. Gales and cloud banks routinely swirl beneath the bridge deck, emphasizing its otherworldly height. Driving along feels like cruising through the realm of giants. Incredibly, the Beipanjiang Bridge only ranks third among China's highest bridges. In Guizhou province, home to steep karst mountain terrain, Chinese engineers got into a vertical arms race, building ever more improbable structures to avoid geographical obstacles. It's like Mother Nature kept raising the limbo bar, daring China to go higher. They now boast 3 out of the world's 5 loftiest bridges. Now let's not conflate highest with longest. That record belongs to the Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, a mind-boggling 164 kilometers long structure, the equivalent of 2 New York-Boston lines back-to-back. Beyond aerial acrobatics, China also plunges to oceanic depths with underwater megatunnels. Cavers and tunnel rats prepare to get your minds blown. Case in point, the behemoth Taihu Tunnel piercing beneath Taihu Lake. At 11 kilometers long, it's among the longest underwater vehicular tunnels, allowing travelers to shortcut across the lake in just 8 minutes instead of circling around for hours. Rather than marring picturesque lake vistas with an eyesore of a bridge, engineers went for an invisible underwater solution. It's like having a secret warp zone for drivers. And while other bridges fret about harsh weather, Taihu Tunnel remains as steady as bedrock. To keep from getting bored along a featureless straight tube, the tunnel interior sports an eye-popping LED light show, turning each journey into a driving rave. It's a non-stop underground party, minus the dancing. Now, as flashy as Taihu Tunnel is, it doesn't hold a candle to the world's longest undersea passage, the Lærdal Tunnel in Norway, clocking in at over 24 kilometers. But China is already gearing up to smash more records with plans for an astonishing 105 km railway tunnel between Yantai and Dalian, set to become the longest anywhere once completed. Watch out, world! When it comes to tunneling, China is the undisputed heavyweight champ. All right. Time to switch gears and set our sights on China's other great infrastructure passion, where it's leaving the rest of the planet in the dust high-speed rail. Train fanatics, prepare for G-forces. Since debuting its first bullet train in 2008, China has utterly transformed overland travel. It now boasts a 38,000 kilometers of dedicated high-speed track, enough to circle Earth, but they're not even close to finished yet. We're witnessing history in the making. A prime example, the Hangzhou-Shanghai HSR, covering over 1,300 kms in a lightning-fast 4.5 hours. Passengers barely have enough time to finish snacks before arriving at their destination. It scraps nearly 20 hours off conventional train trips. The pace of China's rail revolution simply defies belief. They've laid down more high-speed rail in the last 15 years than the rest of the world combined did in the last century. Talk about turbocharged infrastructure building. And China's not just pursuing raw speed and scale, they're reinventing train travel itself. Case in point, they're pioneering autonomous fuxing bullet trains, which use advanced sensors and positioning systems to navigate routes safely without human drivers. It's a thrilling vision of transportation's future, with China charging ahead. While Japan still holds the absolute speed crown with its state-of-the-art Shinkansen, when it comes to sheer size and scope, China's HSR achievements continue to astonish the world over. They've conquered varied terrains and weather extremes that others balk at, laying tracks through scorching deserts, permafrost tundra, and towering mountain ranges. Truly heroes of rail. Incredibly, in many regions across China's vast hinterland, dazzling new train stations have arisen before cities themselves, with planners envisioning new urban hubs forming around them. It's a bold "build it and they will come" approach. With China's breakneck development, these once seemingly quixotic projects have rapidly transformed backwater towns into booming metropoles. All right, that covers China's rail and tunnel bonanzas. Now let's expand our gaze upwards towards the cosmos. While China's made headlines with down-to-earth infrastructure, it's also got bold space dreams, slowly but surely ascending the orbital ladder. One particularly astounding megaproject that highlights their stellar ambitions is the 500-meter Aperture Spherical Telescope, or FAST for short, the largest filled-aperture radio telescope ever constructed. Located in a remote depression within China's mountainous Guizhou province, FAST dwarfs all other detectors on Earth. Its mammoth dish measures half a kilometer across, like an alien spacecraft landed in the countryside. This astronomical colossus enables China to capture faint signals from the edge of the observable universe with unprecedented clarity. After 2 decades of planning and building, FAST finally opened its unblinking eye to the cosmos in 2016, a new sentinel scanning the heavens. China has arrived as a serious player in radio astronomy and space science, and much grander dreams await on the horizon. They have set sights on crewed interplanetary travel, permanent bases on the Moon and Mars, and leading the world in pioneering space infrastructure. The Middle Kingdom's cosmic vaulting ambition knows no bounds. FAST is merely one early stepping stone towards China ascending into the firmament on par with leading space powers. The space race of the 21st century will be thrilling to witness. That concludes our tour through some of China's most exceptional megaprojects. From stratospheric bridges to planet-girdling rail networks to a radio telescope that warrants its own zip code, these construction spectaculars showcase a nation dreaming and building on a scale rarely seen. If you enjoyed this sneak peek at China's mega-scale masterpieces, make sure to like, subscribe, and let us know which massive projects you want uncovered next. As we continue chronicling the Middle Kingdom's relentless infrastructure ambitions reshaping the globe, the best is yet to come. China is truly building the future now out of concrete and steel. Stay tuned as we unveil more engineering wonders defying imagination.